So, you got to picture this scene. NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, steps on stage after a grueling 2-week trip all over Asia. He's tired, he's definitely hungry, and, as the host helpfully points out, he's maybe had a few glasses of wine. So yeah, this isn't going to be your standard buttoned-up CEO speech. This is where the real insights come out to play.
And right there, that's your signal. When the CEO of one of the most important companies on the planet says, this is not just Dave Chappelle stuff, you know you need to lean in. Because you're about to get the raw, unscripted, maybe slightly tipsy truth about where AI is headed. Forget the talking points. This is the good stuff.
Okay, so here's the game plan. We're going to break down Jensen's, let's call it drunken wisdom, into an actual playbook for us normal people. We're going to talk about why true innovation is a total mess, how to think with literally infinite power, and why your job is probably safer than you think, but only if you make one pretty huge mental shift. All right, let's dive right into our first big idea. And I swear, this one hits a nerve that every single one of us has had poked and prodded at work. It's about that impossible demand from the top. Go invent the future. But first, can you show me on this spreadsheet that it's going to make us money?
You know the drill, right? It's the ultimate paradox of corporate life. They want you to be a visionary, a trailblazer, a risk taker. But before you take any risks, you have to fill out a form that completely eliminates all risk. It's like asking someone to discover fire, but only if they can first calculate the thermal efficiency and get it pre-approved by accounting. It just kills creativity stone dead. And boom, here's Jensen just throwing a grenade into the middle of every project planning meeting. He says real innovation is chaos, it's messy, it's unpredictable. And if your primary goal is to control it, well, you're not just bad at innovation, you might also need to have a little chat with a therapist. That's a direct shot at the heart of middle management.
And you can really see the difference here. The old way is all about demanding proof up front, picking out one perfect project. Jensen's way, he says, let 1,000 flowers bloom. He even says he treats his company like he treats his own kids. When they want to try something new, his first word is yes, and then he asks them why. He's not trying to micromanage their curiosity, he's just funding it. Okay, can we be honest for a second though? That whole embrace chaos thing sounds absolutely fantastic when you're a billionaire CEO. But for the rest of us, out of control doesn't sound like a brilliant innovation strategy. It sounds like my Monday morning inbox, and that just gives me a panic attack. My life feels plenty chaotic already, man. So what's the move for us in the real world? Well, you gotta use a little corporate jujitsu. Don't go asking for a chaos budget. No, you frame your little side project as a low-cost learning initiative. See, you're basically just rebranding your risks as intelligence gathering. And let me tell you, managers absolutely love the sound of that.
All right, so now that we've got a sneaky way to create a little managed chaos, let's get to an even bigger, more mind-bending idea. This next one is all about completely rewiring our brains. Because the old limits we're used to, things like time and money and scale, they're starting to disappear. I mean, just think about it. Your entire career has been shaped by limits. You've got a limited budget, you've got a tight deadline, you don't have enough people. Do more with less is basically the unofficial motto of the modern workplace. But what Jensen is asking is, what if you just deleted that rule from your brain? What if less wasn't a thing anymore? This is what he calls having an AI sensibility. It's a total paradigm shift. You stop asking, can we afford to do this? And you start asking, what would we do if doing this was instantaneous, cost $0, and we could do it for everyone on Earth at the same time? He's basically saying, if you're not thinking that big, you're already playing yesterday's game. And if you're wondering why this is so critical, just look at this chart. We all know Moore's law, right? Doubling every 18 months. That felt pretty fast. But what AI has done in the last 10 years is improved by 1,000,000 times. 1,000,000. That's not just moving the goalposts, that's playing a completely different sport on a different planet. I'm gonna be real with you. My brain just breaks when I try to think like this. This whole infinity logic thing feels totally unnatural. I mean, my entire career has been built on being clever within constraints. Now I'm being told to just pretend that constraints don't exist. It's really weird and uncomfortable.
So here's the takeaway. You need to be the person in the meeting who's brave enough to ask the infinity question. The next time everyone's stuck, just drop it in there. Hang on, what if we could do all of this for free right now? What would that unlock? Yeah, you might get some funny looks from the CFO, but you'll also be the only one actually thinking about the future.
And that brings us to what I think is the most important and frankly the most reassuring insight of all. This one tackles that big scary question that's been quietly freaking out every professional for the last couple of years.
This is it, isn't it? This is the anxiety, the thing that keeps you up at 3 a.m. If an AI can do all the tasks, if it can do the how, then what's left for us? What do we even bring to the table when the execution part of our job becomes totally automated? And Jensen's answer completely flips the script on this. He says his most valuable secret isn't what he knows, it's what he wants to find out. The real IP, the real value, isn't having the answer. It's knowing the right question to ask. And you can only know that from having deep human experience in a field. And this is the punchline. The ability to just type code, that's quickly becoming a commodity. But you know what's not?
Your 15 years of experience knowing exactly why customers in the shipping industry will never, ever use a feature you put in the top left corner. That specific, hard-earned knowledge, your domain expertise, is now the most valuable thing you have. It's how you'll tell the AI what to do.
And man, this one really hit me. On one hand, it's super comforting, right? It means all my years of experience actually matter more than ever, but it's also terrifying. My whole life, I've been trained and paid to be the guy with the answers. And now I'm being told that my real value isn't admitting what I don't know and just asking better questions. That's a huge shift. And here it is, the bottom line, the ultimate call to action. AI is not coming for your job, but a person who has your exact same job, but who also knows how to use AI as a tool, that person is coming for your job. AI is a massive force multiplier for your expertise. The game isn't to be smarter than the AI, it's to be more curious than your competition.
Okay, let's wrap all this up. We've talked about some big, kind of philosophical ideas, but now let's make it real. Let's boil it all down into a concrete, no-nonsense, and yeah, maybe a slightly panic-inducing to-do list for the new world we're living in.
So there you have it. If you're an individual, your homework is to get your hands dirty, go build something, and start treating your big unanswered questions like they're gold. For companies, you've got to stop choking innovation with spreadsheets and start thinking infinitely bigger. The main point is, you can't just sit on the sidelines anymore. That's the one move you're not allowed to make.
And that's really the final thought I want to leave you with. In a world where you can get an answer to almost anything instantly, the thing that's truly rare, the thing that's truly valuable, is a really, really good question. So, what's yours?